This is the protocol for taking over territories. The first is prophetic and apostolic mapping. Any territory you must take, you must have the intelligence in the spirit to map it out. Because every territory has borders, and your capacity to map out territories is the first victory you will have in your enterprise of taking over territories. Numbers chapter 13, after they left Egypt and approached the promised land, they came to a proximity where it became necessary for them to map out the land before they possess it. You know, most times we just make declarations over territory that we are taking them, and we don't even know the texture of the land. And so men must rise who have understanding of territorial mapping if we will begin to take over territories. From the book of Joshua chapter 5 verse 13 to 16, God told them, "I've given you Jericho." But Joshua understood military strategy. He didn't just walk into Jericho and say, "God has given us." They would have become casualties of war. The Bible said Joshua stepped out alone and he was surveying the land. While he was there, the captain of the Lord host was already there with his sword drawn out. So the armies of heaven are ready, but they need wise men who they can walk with and partner with to conquer territories. And Joshua looked at him and said, "Are you for us or against us?" He said, "No, I'm not for you, I'm not against you, I'm for the Lord. If you align with God, then I'm for you." And immediately he began to give Joshua the strategy and the battle formation to take over the land. He wouldn't have known what to do, but it is in mapping that intelligence will be given. The warrior told him, "Get your people to walk around this city once every day in silence. Nobody must talk. After 6 days, on the 7th day, they should walk around 7 times and blast the horn, and the war will sink." So they have that intelligence from mapping. God will insist that you must map the land. You know why? That's where your faith will be tested. So you must do your mapping so that you prove to God that you are ready, because your conviction will be tested. And so in the days of mapping, courage and focus is important. If you don't have these two items, you will never possess the land God has given to you. The second protocol for territorial takeover, circumcision. When you are coming into the land, you must be rid of all the forces that are not of God before you have the advantage of the divine to take over the city. And so even if you're at the border, there will be instruction for circumcision. You know, we want to take over territories that discipled us. And the princes are wondering, "You are also my servant. You are just on the other side. I am the one who defines how you think. I'm the one who defines your lifestyle. So why are you coming to war against me? I'm your master." And so for the reproach of the land to be taken off you, you must be circumcised. For God to call you his own, you must be circumcised. So when men come to take territories, God of necessity insists that they are circumcised. Joshua 5 verse 1 to 3. If you are not circumcised, you will go into the territory with the reproach of the land. And if you go with that reproach, God can't be on your side. Even if you conquer the land, you will become the next descendants, because it's the same spirit, it's the same philosophy, it's the same ideology. So for God to give you powers over territories, you must come to a point where that territory does not